Hey guys, it's Sarah and I am here with my last layout using the Not Just for Boys Kit Club for the month of May called Vibrant. I'm going to be scrapping this picture of my daughter with her 3 best friends, and I'm going to be pulling a couple of older things and things that are not included in the kit, so I'm going to show you those first. And then this month we were actually challenged to scrap lift someone from the community, which is a lot of fun, so I will show you that layout. That is my inspiration here in a second. But I'm going to bring in this really large doily. I'm going to use part of this. I am going to use some photo corners from a previous kit, and then I'm going to use this die cut right here as well for my title, so I'll use those. And then looking through the Facebook group, I saw this layout right here. This is by Julie Belleville, and I really liked it. So this is what I'm going to be scrap lifting today. So thank you, Julie, for the inspiration. And I am going to go ahead and go through the kit and see what I want to use. I know for sure I'm going to use those thickers from Vicki Boutin, which are in the shop still. So make sure you click the link down below for their shop, and you can search for thickers, and those are there. I've loved those thickers. I'm going to have to probably pick up another pack because I love them so much. And so for this one, I'm going to go through all my papers and see what I want to use. I know I'm going to use that green cardstock there. And then I grabbed this green paper with the hearts on it, and then this green polka dot that can go across as well. Because in Julie's layout, she has a couple of long layers that go edge to edge, like 12-inch layers. So I'm going to use those as inspiration here. So I know I'm going to use my green cardstock as my background. It's going to be peeking out a little bit. And then, oh, actually, no, I don't think I do that. I use it to map my photo, that's for sure. I actually think I decide that I don't need to back the paper as well. So I think I'm just going to use my the cardstock for my photo mat. And so I grabbed this pink paper from the kit as well, and I thought that this looked really good with it. So I'm going to be using kind of greens with a little bit of pink in that paper there. So my main background is going to be the hearts, and then I'm going to use these here. I'm going to go ahead and put my polka dot directly down on this paper so I know where I want to cut it. I'm going to have it peeking out from top and bottom with this pink paper here. And that's going to be my big layer. And then I am going to again use this cardstock here, and I'm just going to place my photo on top of where I've already cut. This is a 5x7 photo, so it is larger, and I'm going to go ahead and cut around, and then you know, do my photo mat like I normally do in my photos, where I put the photo in the direct center of it, and then I can just cut around, and then I can still use that cardstock later on if I want to as a full background. So cut that out. I'm just going to trim this up and make it a narrow mat around my photo. And so I'm using, Julie used 3 smaller photos in hers, and mine's going to be 1 large photo. So this doily here, I want to have it coming up from the top, definitely. I'm just trying to decide how much of it I'm going to use, and I definitely just don't need a lot of it. So I'm just going to cut off a sliver for the top. I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive to put this down so I can get into those little nooks and crannies there. And I'm just going to put it right underneath that layer. And I have a little bit of room up here on the top to play around because Julie had a little cluster up in the left-hand corner. So this is a cut from a piece of paper from a previous kit, and I just kept it because it says So Awesome on it, and then it just worked perfectly here because it's green. So it was nice to be able to use that up too. That was just sitting on my desk. And I'm using photo corners here. Julie used photo corners in hers, and so I had some here. So I'm going to go ahead and use these too. These are also from a previous kit. So I'm going to go ahead and put my large photo down. And I'm going to use this die cut here for my title. Now, I think the intention for it is to have the leaves coming out from the bottom, but I like them coming out from the top so that it's overlaying the picture. I just think that's really cute. So I'm going to end up using it that way instead. And that die cut is still available in the shop if you're interested in it. So again, link down below for the Not Just for Boys shop. So I'm going to use this cardstock again to back the opening of the die cut there so I can put my title on it. And then when I put the thickers down on this cardstock, it's going to go so well. It just looks really good. So I'm just trying to, I have to cut it down a couple times here to make sure I get it right because I was a little bit off the first time, but that's okay. Just cutting a little bit off the bottom, a little bit off the sides. Trying to make it so that it's going to overlay nicely. And then I'm going to line it up along the bottom and go ahead and put down the cardstock. And then I will use my quick dry adhesive again to put down the die cut because it is thinner. So it'll be easier just to use the liquid adhesive on there. And again, I just really like the way it's going to overlay on top of the photo there. And I'm not covering up anything. Okay, so I'm going to look through and see about the thickers here. So I want to make sure I'm using a good mix of the colors here. I don't want to put the same colors in, you know, back to back. So I'm going to work all that out here. But my title is Girl Gang, and that inspiration actually came from one of the stickers from the sticker book that I am going to use on here as well. There's one with a hand that says Girl Gang, and I really liked that sentiment. So that's how I came up with the title for this one. So I will use that sticker as well. And I just love how bright those thickers are. They are so gorgeous. Okay, so I'm looking around at what I want to use here. I do have, I'm going to use one of the sentiments on that cut apart sheet there. And I'm really thinking I'm going to use the So Grateful for You. It has all the colors, you know, the colors go really well with the thickers, and I really like it. So instead of using it as a full 3x4 card, I'm going to cut around the words and have it kind of look like they're, you know, it's like a cutout almost. And I'm going to use that alongside where my journaling is going to go. So it almost looks like a die cut versus a 3x4 square card. I didn't really have the room for a full card, so. But this way I get the sentiment, I get the design, but I don't have all the bulk. And I'm trying to decide what I'm going to journal on. I definitely need some sort of card or something there. And then I see this here. This is an old packaging piece from Not Just for Boys. So I used whatever was in that package. It was just the empty card there, and I just had it sitting in a little container on my desk. So I'm going to use this and just cut down so it's only the grid. And then I will use this part for my journaling, and then I will overlay the sentiment on top of it, and it works out perfectly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put down my thickers. I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive because these are chipboard. They don't like to stay for the long run, so I always take a few minutes just to reinforce those. So that is down. And I am going to need to go through my sticker sheet here because I know that I have some stickers I want to use. And then I'm going to grab a few of these tags here that came in the kit. I'm going to grab 4 of them, and I'm going to write the girls' names on these tags, and I'm going to have those sticking out around the title. I'm going to do a little test run on them though with my Sharpie and make sure like the ink isn't going to smudge on them because they have a little bit of a shine to them. So I'm just going to start writing a little bit on there, let that dry for a second, and then just run my finger over it and make sure it's not going to smudge. And then once I'm sure of that, I will write their names down on these tags here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use some stickers here from the kit. So that one says Girl Gang with the hand, and that's the one I definitely wanted to use because that was my inspiration. And I'm going to grab a few things here and there. In Julie's layout, she has a lot of the horizontal word phrases and stuff like that. So I'm going to use a few of those here. So the one on the bottom says together. That one says believe in kindness up at the top. That one says brave and bold. That was a good excuse to bring in a little bit more of that pink color. So I brought in a few of those here. So the tags are good. I'm going to go ahead and write everyone's names on here, kind of in the order that they're standing. My daughter is the second from the left in the yellow floral dress. That's her. And I'm going to let those dry for a second, and then I will put them around the title. And while I'm waiting for those to dry, I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling here. So I'm just going to talk about how, you know, she made some really great friends when we were living in Florida. And these are girls that she still talks to. And I'm just so grateful for them because they're really good kids, and they really built a great friendship. They hung out all the time. They were together in school all the time. And so it was great. They are definitely good kids. Okay, so I did my journaling. I started using my Micron pen, but it was a little bit too light. I couldn't really see it very well against that grid, so I used my Sharpie instead, and it came out much better. So I got their names put there, and then I'm going to use some enamel dots. I'm just trying to decide what color I want to use. I'm leaning towards the green, kind of like a lime green, which would go great with some of these colors here. And that's what I'm going to end up going with. And I'm just going to sprinkle these around on the layout here. So these were not included in the kit. I added these myself, but yeah, I'm going to use up this whole row here. And that is going to complete my layout, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. And again, thank you to Julie for the inspiration. Your layout was gorgeous, and it really stood out to me when I was looking around to see what I wanted to scrap lift. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Again, I will have a link to their website down below to check out their kits, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.